Good morning. It's the Legendary Sip podcast. This is Albert,
This is John.
Why do you always do that?
This is Jesse.
This is John.
and we're talking about Pacific Rim today.
Oh yeah. Best movie of all time. Just kidding. But I do love this movie.
Uh,
Okay, so let's introduce the movie. Directed by Guillermo del Toro. Very poor pronunciation of the name.
Guillermo,
Guillermo
and
del
you're
Toro.
Hispanic.
Yeah, I know, man, but I can't pronounce any Hispanic stuff.
Spanish.
Yup. Tagline for this movie is "Go big or go extinct." It had multiple different names in different countries. In Brazil, it was called the Circle of Fire. In Canada, it was called Pacific Shores. In Chile, it was called Pacific Titans. In Colombia, it was called Pacific Giants. In the Czech Republic, it was called Attack on Earth.
I like that one.
You like that one?
Yep.
That one's pretty cool. On an Esatana, if that's how you pronounce it. What's up?
Estonia.
Estonia. Tona.
Keep going.
Okay, whatever.
Estonia.
I don't pronounce anything really good. Pacific Fight in Greece, The Ring of Fire. And what? You gonna start singing?
No, we're good.
Okay. And the fake working name in the United States was Still Seas.
They should have included a scene like that where you just have a giant robot just standing there on patrol instead of moving around with a still sea. They should have had a shot like that.
Like
It would have
for
been
like
more
the trailer,
interesting than the whole movie.
or you mean like
Anywhere.
in the movie,
Anywhere.
That would be a cool trailer. I think that would be cool.
just standing there?
Yeah, just waiting and then a kaiju just pops up out of nowhere.
Surprise.
Exactly.
I guess.
They did that the whole movie, and
Any thoughts? So Albert likes Attack on Earth. I just didn't know there could be so many titles in different countries. I thought it was cool.
Also like which one? The Ring of Fire.
You like the Ring of Fire?
Yeah.
I like the working name. I like Steel Seas.
I like Still Seas as well. It just sounds really ominous and
Yeah.
really creepy.
If only they had a scene of that, but yeah,
Of Still Seas.
or something like that. Yeah, exactly.
Release date was July 12th, 2013, and I seen this the Thursday that it came out, so I seen it July 11th. Runtime is 2 hours 11 minutes. It's rated PG-13. Budget of 190,000. I
Wait,
almost said
no way.
Yeah, yeah. Suppose I don't know.
How do you have a CGI budget on less than $1 million?
Sorry.
Marketing budget?
I'm pretty sure that was 190 million. I missed a couple.
You're off
Jesse's
by
failing again.
you're off by
It's
3
okay.
zeros there.
I'm off by 3 zeros.
Okay, it's like
There's zeros. I don't count for anything. It's all good.
They're big
It's all
box office movie.
placeholders. That's all they are.
Placeholders. Yeah, sig figs.
It's just
Which
19.
I'm filling.
They only made it off of $19.
19 bucks. That's Atlantic Rim. Have you seen that one? That one's bad.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
a giggler right there.
So box office, it made less than. Oh, we're not comparing it to Transformers, but it made less than Transformers by almost like $300 million. So it's a pretty big difference. A box office of, I don't know what happened to my voice. $411 million. So it made okay money.
Yeah.
Almost didn't get a sequel.
Did it make more internationally, I'm guessing?
No, I think this is total.
Oh,
Internationally.
So internationally it was 411.
Yeah, it wasn't like,
Yeah. Do you know if
Big
it made more internationally versus domestic?
it definitely made more overseas.
Yeah.
Way
that's
more.
like I was noticing they're trying to pander to the Chinese or to the Japanese filming
Yeah.
over there and having
Yeah.
Asian actors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trivia. Okay, so a couple people.
Fun facts.
Fun facts.
Fun facts.
Jesse.
Is that the
Jesse.
theme song?
No.
Okay. There was a couple people that were considered for the role of Raleigh Beckett,
Yeah.
and some of them included Taylor Titch, Aaron Taylor Johnson, which thank God they didn't go with him, but John's gonna argue it's the same acting level. Aaron Paul. Do you know who Aaron Paul is? I don't know who
Aaron
Aaron Paul
Paul. I'm looking at him up right now.
is. Luke Bracey and Superman himself, Henry
Oh,
Cavill.
Aaron Paul is Pinkman in Breaking Bad.
Oh, okay, okay.
I don't think.
You don't think
I
he
don't
would
think
do?
so. I haven't seen him in an action movie,
I
so
don't
I
think
don't know.
I don't think he's like big enough to be.
Oh, he was in Need for Speed.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I remember that. You seen Need for Speed? Anyone?
I haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
Yeah, came out a couple years ago. I think Henry Cavill would have been interesting, but
Henry Calvin.
Calvin,
Is it?
is it Cavill? Am I talking about a different person entirely?
No, I think it's Cavill. Isn't
Cavill. It's
Cavill?
It? Yeah.
Okay, Cavill.
Oh, okay. He was Superman.
He's Superman.
He just said it.
Sorry.
I said Superman
I'm
himself.
trying to figure out which Superman.
The latest
the
Superman.
newest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I
Gotcha.
don't know if he's Superman anymore.
Well,
Okay.
Don't cry.
Anyways, approximately 100 kaiju and 100 Jaegers were or approximately 100 of each kaiju and Jaeger were designed, but only a fraction ended up in the film.
Yeah.
So every week they would take votes on their favorite leading up to the film. So
Nice.
that's pretty cool.
Like an internal tournament.
Mhm.
is there like a place where we could see all the other ones?
There is a book we have to buy.
I saw they had a prequel comic too.
Yeah, I forgot what that was called, but yeah, they have a prequel comic, and then they have the art book, which you can see all the kaijus and all the Jaegers.
Nice.
How much did it cost?
I don't know, I haven't bought it yet.
You're going to buy it?
I really want to buy it.
Because I'm really interested in seeing what all the other designs were.
Yeah, I'll buy it.
Yeah, some of the designs I didn't.
You didn't like too much.
No.
That's okay. Well, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk
We'll
about
do
it
a
in a sec.
review of the book. Audio review. Take a look at this picture, guys.
I saw some theatrical posters of the Jaegers and the kaiju, and I saw the Japanese one had cool huge turrets on its back or something like that.
Huh.
Did we ever see that in the movie?
No.
I don't think we did.
They only had China, Russia,
James.
Australia,
I said Rush.
And the U.S.
and the U.S. one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some
Man.
in the beginning clips, but I don't know
Yeah.
which one those were.
Okay.
Tom Cruise was considered for the role of Stacker Pentecost
Oh, okay. As
as Idris Elba's
the
character.
lead.
Yeah, as the lead. All right. Before we continue on to any spoilers, what were your thoughts on this movie, just in general?
It's action-wise, it's pretty good.
I
It's
love the action.
because if you compare it to Power Rangers,
Oh,
not Transformers.
I thought you were gonna say it. I was like, don't go there.
It's not nice and slow. It's even though it's a giant robot, it moves really fast compared to any other giant robot movie.
Yeah, yeah. I think they still move a little bit kind of slow and clunky
I
sometimes.
mean, it makes sense because it's so big.
Yeah, it does make sense. But some of the moves take so long to charge. Like the first plasma cannon they had to get,
Yeah.
like a 10-second charge
But
up,
that
but
was-
that's inefficient.
I mean,
like,
but it portrayed how strong it was going to be.
Yeah,
'Cause
most
you
definitely.
saw faster shots elsewhere.
yeah,
So I'm guessing you can charge it up.
yeah. As long as you charge it, like
Yeah.
Samus's ball or whatever.
Yeah, it showed up. And the result was powerful too. It wasn't
Yeah.
weak, so I think
That's
that
true.
it was comparatively fine.
Yeah.
And then the elbow rocket, that was cool.
That one was slow too. They're like elbow rocket. It's like 5 seconds, and the robot could have been eaten.
I
or something.
think it's like a cool.
I don't think it takes that long. I think it's cutting into it to show you what's happening inside, what's happening charging outside. What's
I
happening.
think there's a delay.
Yeah, there's a delay.
It's
There's
like a homage to announcing your move before you do it.
Oh.
It is.
I hate that though. I really don't like.
I mean, it's
We'll
it's
we'll
funny.
get into that.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
like that part. That's,
like-
yeah.
I have a bad feeling about this already.
You have a really bad feeling.
About Albert's
I had a
opinion.
bad feeling. I mean, a good feeling in the car when he's all like, when I asked him about it, he slapped his knee.
Oh yeah.
So thoughts before the movie. So I actually did not know about this movie when it first came out,
Yeah.
Manuel sent me a text like, "Hey, check out this trailer," and it was just like a really basic teaser trailer, and I was like, "Oh, like that looks kind of okay, I guess."
Yeah.
And this trailer started to come out and come out and come out, and it
Yeah.
started showing kaiju and robots, and I was like, "This is as close as I'm gonna get to Godzilla," because they didn't release Godzilla at the time.
Right.
So I was super excited leading up into it, and then
I was excited about it as well. I remember
Yeah.
I actually saw the trailer in theaters, and I was like,
Oh
man,
my
this is gonna
God.
be so cool. And then I
Yeah.
remember talking about Manuel with it.
Yeah.
Talking to Manuel about it.
Shout out to Manuel.
Yeah, shout out to our friend Manuel, who we've known for most of our lives. But yeah, we were like supposed to go see it in theaters together, and then I don't know why I just ended up not going, and yeah, and then I you brought it back up later on in life, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, it's so good, and so
I
I bought
loved
it on
it.
Blu-ray, and then
I love
it happened.
Yeah, I bought it on Blu-ray as well. Bought the 3D like collector's edition, has Gypsy Danger and like a cast of him and
Oh, cool.
but someone dropped it and broke it. So
Oh wait, what?
they broke my Gypsy Danger mold, and it's like the disc like don't hang on to it anymore. So it's just it
Ah.
sucks. But
How much was that thing?
$48.
Not bad.
I mean, it's kind of expensive.
But it comes with a figure.
It
model?
was just like a case for the DVDs. It wasn't a conventional case.
Oh, okay.
Just
Cool.
a three-dimensional case. So it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Who broke it?
I don't know. No one's fessed up in my house. I was like, it's probably my brother.
I think it would be Tony.
Or maybe my mom when she was cleaning, she just like knocked it over and no one said anything. And
That's
I just found
crazy.
it and I was so mad. Anyways, let's go into spoilers. So
You don't want
spoiler
to do
warning.
our taglines?
Oh, well that's a little bit. Oh, we can do our taglines now. It's out of order. That's okay. Let's do our tagline. So
You have it in.
it's right underneath the characters.
Yeah, you didn't even go into characters.
I haven't gotten characters yet, but I don't
So
know
then
why
why are we
they're in
go-
spoilers.
Yeah, so you're going out of order.
I mean, it's in the order that I have it, but I should have it in a different order. Okay, let's just go to Sell That Sip. Sell That Sip. So Sell That Sip is a 6-word sentence to sell.
It's not a
Our sip.
sentence.
6 words to sell your thoughts of the movie. Who wants to go first?
Albert?
Giant robots and monsters fight furiously.
Giant robots and monsters fight furiously. That's 7. I'm just kidding.
I'm working on. I want to do alliteration, so waiting for that. Tune in next
Okay.
time.
Tune in next time. Mine was the best robot on kaiju action.
Action.
That sounds really sexual.
You said it. John?
You know what? Can we just go into
No,
characters?
we want to hear yours.
Because it's so negative. I don't-
No, do it, man.
It's visually stunning, cool robots, no fun.
No
fun.
fun.
I didn't have fun.
I
Not
think
fun.
you're no fun. No, that's
Okay,
good.
we'll
That's
go
your
into
turn.
that. We'll go
That's
into
okay.
that.
We'll get into more
I just
details.
enjoy different things in a movie,
Yeah,
and this didn't have them.
yeah. Usually, that's okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's not okay. Let's go.
I knew I knew.
I'm not gonna. I want to be as objective as possible.
Impossible.
I knew Albert was. I just had a bad feeling about this.
Before he even watched it, you think he was gonna like it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he was. Gonna
It's just. I think it's just taste.
Yeah.
Of movie.
Well,
It-
I mean, I'm not gonna say it's a great movie.
It has a lot of stuff that can be improved. It's not
Yeah.
perfect, definitely, but.
a lot of stuff.
Well, we'll get to that part, John. Okay.
Yeah.
Characters. So we have Charlie Hunnam as Raleigh Beckett. We have Idris Elba as Striker Pentecost. Rico Kikuchi. That's a really naughty last name to say.
Grow
Yeah, it's someone's last name. What are you gonna do about it, Jesse?
Mako as Mako Mori. Charlie Day as Dr. Newton Geyser. We have Bern Gorman as Herman.
I'm sorry.
What's up?
I was just reading the outline, and you have spoiler alert, and then characters. Like what?
I don't know. I'm gonna change the order for next time.
We'll work on your outlining.
We will. We'll work it
I
as
hope
a
we
team.
didn't ruin these characters. For Continue. I'm
Hey, I
sorry.
didn't
been
know
like
Charlie Day was here.
It's
So
been like that the whole like outline. It's been like that. Characters under the spoiler zone.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, continue. I'm
But
sorry.
you didn't look at the Transformers outline last time, so that's okay. Bern Gorman as Herman. Got is it Got
Gottlieb.
Gottlieb? Is that how you
Gottlieb.
pronounce it?
Gottlieb.
Gottlieb?
Got. Got.
Got
Gottlieb.
Gottliebs. I'm just kidding. Gottlieb. I'm not good at pronouncing. I think the next name is probably the coolest. Max Martini. I think that's the coolest name ever.
Why?
But that's not his character's
Why?
name.
I know, but it's cooler than his actual Herc Hansen.
Hercules.
Well, it makes him sound really strong and really handsome. But Max, I think his actual name is Maximus Martini something. Like it's a really cool name.
Okay, Maximus is pretty cool.
Ron Perlman as Hannibal Chow, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
They should have had him as the main character in the sequel, but that's okay. All right. I missed a couple, but they were just kind of small people. What's up, man?
Nothing.
Okay. Uh, the plot. So basically, we have aliens coming from a different dimension from under the Pacific Ocean. And the humans build robots to combat these aliens. And this movie ensues, but I loved it. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it more than that. It's just giant robots versus giant monsters.
Yep. That's it.
That's it, pretty much. Like, there's the plot line to get a nuclear bomb to the Pacific Rim, and that's takes up the whole movie. Sure.
Sure.
All right. So the good of the movie.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest real quick. Like, I didn't hate it as much as I did the first time I watched this movie.
Just like me with Transformers. So
Yeah, so
Yeah.
a little bit more positive light to it, but oh boy.
Talk about the good first.
Yeah, we'll
to
talk about
bad.
the good first.
Talk about the good first.
For me, it's just the visuals. It's really really good
Yeah.
on the visuals. The first scene, like at the very beginning when they fight the first kaiju,
Yeah.
like everything leading up to that was just so like fun for me to watch.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it hypes you up.
Yeah, it hypes you up. And I'm only gonna focus on the good, and so like that like just seeing that, I was watching it on my phone, and just how good it looked on my phone
Yeah.
was like, damn, like
That's why I said I watched it on my phone too. I originally started watching it on my 55-inch TV, and it looks really good on a TV or a projector.
yeah, Jinx.
Albert got me this morning with
Ba-choom,
Jinx.
boom.
You have anything more to say? Any good? It looks good.
It just looks good.
It's just like a
Yeah,
beautiful-
100%.
Just
I
a
agree.
beautiful woman, just no brains, I guess.
Like the water, the lighting. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked good, and I like the designs of some of the mechs.
Which ones in particular?
Gypsy Danger. I like the concept of what is it, the Chinese one?
Oh, Crimson Typhoon.
Crimson Typhoon. I like that one.
Yeah, the third arm.
Yeah, the third
Yeah.
arm on the
Yep.
side, and then they have the spinning blades.
Yeah, that's
Um,
cool.
And then I don't really know how I feel about Striker. Not
Eureka.
Striker, Striker Eureka, right?
The Striker Eureka. Striker.
The
is
Australian one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know because it's like you don't really get to see it that much.
In the
Yeah.
light.
Yeah.
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 So
Oh.
You see him a
It-
couple times.
I saw in the poster. It looks really cool.
yeah,
Like it's pretty
like
slim.
that's why I want to see like the concept art because
Yeah.
I'll have to get it. I'll have to get the book, and we'll take a look at it.
yeah, but yeah, just the visuals were really good and the designs of some of the mechs.
Yep.
The kaiju, some of them were interesting too.
I mean, like the one with the tail that flew. That was really cool.
That one.
I thought it was a chameleon at first, and then
Yeah.
it flew. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
it
get
was-
into that.
Like that was so cool.
Go on your good if you're done, John.
go ahead.
You go on your good, Albert. I'll be last.
Yeah, just visually it was really good. Like the music hypes you up. Like you can tell. Like the music tells you there's something big happening. So
Yeah.
it like hypes you up. It just when the fighting starts, that's the best part of the movie. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the best when they're fighting.
Yeah.
And the character they try to do character development, it just doesn't always.
I'm not focusing. I'm only the good
Yeah.
right now.
Oh, the good. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, when it's fighting, it's good stuff. Yeah, 100%.
More to say you have?
No, that's
Okay.
I mean,
I was
plot wise,
expecting a lot more.
we can move on that.
Yeah. All right. So I have a
Yikes.
I have a lot that I like about Pacific
Of
Rim.
course you do.
So I love the world building of Pacific Rim. I
Yeah.
like the drift, that concept of melting your minds together. I like the 2 pilot system, well,
Yeah.
3 with some of the Jaegers. And the mechs and then the pilot suits were cool. They at the beginning when they were white, well, at least Gypsy Dangers were white. It reminded me
Yeah.
of stormtroopers or clone troopers. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then as they go into the future, well, not into the future, but as the movie goes on,
Yeah, 5 years on.
5 years on, they get different colors and the technology sort of evolves. You'll see a little bit of difference in technology. So
Yep.
there's a lot of detail that they put into this movie that we will never even notice.
Yeah, you can see like their technology advanced on in that short time,
Yeah.
and how the different mechs look compared to like their Mark V with the Australians versus
The Mark
Mark
1
III.
and 3 and yeah.
Yep, 100%.
The young Mako scene was pretty intense with a flashback.
Oh yeah,
I thought that was really intense.
Yeah,
in,
if I chose a scene, that would be one of my favorite scenes.
in the theater, I seen it in 3D. It was an IMAX. Like it was super loud, super intense, and like it felt like I was gonna be eaten by a giant crab monster. Like I was really intense.
Yeah, that was good.
The opening scene I really enjoyed. Starts off introducing the characters, and you just right away you're fighting a giant monster.
That
right
was
away.
good. Yeah, if there was all exposition in the beginning but no fighting, that would be a pretty bad start.
Yeah. So I liked how they kind of skipped over a lot of the beginning. They just showed you, like, here's
A
your main
monster destroying a
characters.
bridge.
Yep.
Like boom.
Yep.
There you go.
That opening scene, also the scene in Alaska, with the first kaiju you see Gypsy Danger take on. Well,
Wait, what's
now-
your point? Sorry.
I just enjoy that scene.
Oh,
That's
okay,
all
okay.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
My favorite scene of the movie. I don't think we have a section dedicated to this. My favorite scene of the movie is definitely the Otachi and Leatherback fight. The two kaiju fight. That was my favorite. It beat the last scene. I thought the last fight.
Yeah.
The last fight wasn't really a fight though. So.
No, not. There was some fighting, but it wasn't compared to that middle scene. That was
Yeah.
my favorite.
I just wish we saw the Russians and Chinese fight
I
something and win.
I
Like-
really wanted to see that too. Like
Yeah.
I remember seeing that in the theater and I'm like, what? They're over?
They're
like
dead?
They're
No.
dead?
John's like, yep.
Yeah, I'm just
He's
shaking.
good. He's trying to think
I
good
just
thoughts.
try not-
Trying to think good thoughts.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stay positive right now. Like,
So yeah, that was an oh sip moment, not an oh shit moment. We're gonna make that a little thing in our podcast. So that was the first one when
you just threw this on us. Like, alright.
Leatherback when he jumps out of the water and he's taking apart Cheno Alpha. I thought that was that was like a really just. My face was super surprised the first.
Oh yeah.
just seeing
Like
it.
you don't expect it to jump out of the water.
Yeah,
No
I'm
way.
like there's 2, but I forgot there was 2, and that was cool. Another one is when Otachi opens her wings for the first time, and I was like, it has wings, like
Yep.
on top of being so I thought that was pretty cool. Another smaller OSIP moment was when you find out that it's pregnant and it gives birth. So I didn't even expect that.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Because I think
It led you to
yeah.
believe they were something else then.
Yeah, which we'll get into that in a little
Yeah.
bit. But that's all the stuff I liked. Well, that's
Yeah.
the stuff
You
I
liked
liked.
the whole movie.
Not all of it. Maybe like 80% of it I
Yeah.
enjoyed. All right, so
Yeah.
John's favorite section, the gross
It's
and the
not
bad.
my favorite section. It's just this movie's still not like.
It's not the best movie ever
That's not
by a
anywhere
long shot.
close.
All right, John.
I would rather not start.
Okay, so it's not my it's I'm not giving it a great rating either, but as an action movie, it does good.
Does it?
Yeah,
As an
I think
action movie,
so.
yes.
You don't really get a whole lot of action though.
But you do.
Well,
It's
but I'm not counting
You get.
I'm not counting the quantity. I'm counting the quality.
I mean, yeah. If we're gonna talk about the quality, yeah, it's good action, but
you think it's
you
not enough.
definitely not. You get what the fight at the beginning,
Yeah.
A little sparring between two people, and then that's it.
You're
which
then
yeah.
you get Striker Rika on the news, a little
but
bit on the
you
wall.
don't even really get to see that.
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
not even action. Then you get the two kaiju fight,
Yeah.
and then that's good action.
That
Yep.
was really good.
And then after that,
You get the 3.
but I don't even consider that action either because
Mm.
they're just trying to walk to the drift.
Well, I the
And there's
breach.
not there's
Yeah.
the breach, and they're not even really fighting. They're like
Just kind of
they just I'm gonna
Yeah.
detonate
I
my
mean, yeah, I agree. I agree that it's like when there is action, it's good.
yeah for sure.
Like they're you can tell they're slower in the water,
Mhm.
but it seems more powerful because it can charge up more.
yeah.
This movie was like such a serious tone, and it just didn't really give you anything
No.
outside of a couple good action scenes.
Yeah.
Like there's not obviously there's not a good plot. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No,
no,
we agree.
that's
I
okay.
agree.
So like there's two things down right there. So
Yeah.
I don't want to just keep piling on, but
No, keep on. Go ahead.
I mean just like some of it just doesn't make any sense at
Like,
all.
what, for example?
Okay, so the two pilot thing, like I understand that,
Yeah.
but they make it seem like, oh, you have to have like a strong connection that makes the drift deeper,
Yeah.
and then it breaks its own rules, like at the end, very very quickly too. Like eventually he can drift with Mako Mori, and it's just like, oh well, forget that storyline, and then
Wait, what do you mean?
like you know how at the beginning it says the deeper the connection between the two pilots,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
stronger the drift.
Yeah.
But they have a strong drift and they're not even connected.
Well,
And then it breaks its rule even further at the
Wait,
end.
no, so are you talking about their first mess up in the thing? In the test?
I think he's talking about when they go from that big mess up to just instantly connecting.
But even before then, they connected perfectly, and then they were fine until he went back into
Yeah, he had a memory leak or something like that.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then she.
But they had like a strong connection even before then.
yeah.
And then they break their rule even further by Stryker and
Stacker and the son of Hurt.
his name
Hurt?
is Stryker.
Huh?
His name is Stryker.
His name is Stacker Pentecost. Striker Eureka.
Oh. Anyway.
It's kind of confusing.
Yeah, it's stupid. name. But yeah, then they just like instantly connect too. So
Well,
they don't have a connection at all.
he mentioned why he has a connection. He can connect with them because he brings nothing into the drift. He brings
Okay, so that's just exposit. Like, that's just what is it called when in
when what?
hmm
I know what you're
Deus
trying to
Ex-
say.
Deus Ex Machina?
No, it's not that, but it's just a. Yeah, he just threw in a reason.
Yeah, it's stupid. Like, oh, I don't bring anything into the drift. Oh, okay, thank you. Awesome. Like,
I mean, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, that's not. They didn't have a consistent idea of what the drift was.
I see what you're coming from.
Because they broke it a couple times, so I agree
Yeah.
on that.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And then,
I mean, the idea of what the drift is cool,
Yeah.
but they didn't keep it consistent.
Yeah.
exactly, I agree. Like,
Yeah.
it was a cool idea, and
Mhm.
it reminded me. I still can't remember the movie, but when I was younger, I watched this movie that had like a very similar.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, it was really cool,
Yeah.
and so like this kind of like brought it back to me. But then they break it by giving stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Why do? Well, this is more of a question, but
Okay.
I don't really get why they have to fight each other to understand how strong their drift compatibility is.
It wasn't a fight. They said
They're
so.
sparring.
It's a almost like a dance, if it makes sense, but
It doesn't.
they said to be on the same wavelength or compatibility.
I don't know. I don't get it either, Jesse. But like, I'm guessing they're just trying to visually somehow show it to the audience. Of,
Yeah.
Like making a connection instead of just having two people sit in chairs and connecting them through their brains somehow.
Yeah.
So I like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
It's not the greatest reasoning to
Exactly.
show
Yeah.
the audience, but it's better than showing something on a screen of them sitting and.
Oh, for sure. But
Yeah.
like, I feel like there could have been other ways. But,
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Um.
What else, man? What else? Let it all
just,
out.
It just took too long to get to the action. Like, I honestly, if it was just like set differently to where it was just like mostly like fighting,
Yeah.
it could have been fun. But it takes so long, and you get like these really basic, boring stories
Yeah.
that lead up to it, and then it's just like, oh, we're almost done with done with the movie. Finally, we're getting action.
Yeah.
Like I didn't
Yeah.
honestly, I didn't like the acting either.
The acting was not the best.
It's kind of
It's like Luke Skywalker, New Hope. Well, not quite that bad, but
I think it was worse.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was as bad as that.
What? Okay.
What?
I mean, honestly, like,
Who was the worst person or the worst acting in your worst actor or actress in your opinion?
should I just go down the whole list that I have here?
Yeah.
I didn't write like Riley Beckett.
Yeah.
I mean, I think his like his background was cool. Like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
whole I lost my brother.
Yeah.
And like I can't get back into a robot, but then he just like instantly gets back into a robot.
Because he'd rather die in a Jaeger than on a wall.
Yeah, so like I hated that. I wish they would have given like
Him a better reason.
a better
To
reason
get into the
Yeah.
robot again.
I didn't really like Mako Mori's character at all
Oh.
either.
I think, yeah,
Oh.
that's just pandering to the Asian audience.
Oh, for
Pandering to me.
sure. Speaking of pandering to the Asian audience, they just for some reason they also speak Chinese.
So there was supposed to be a
This
plot
is it
point.
Mandarin?
Who?
Mako.
Mako? That's Japanese.
Oh, Japanese.
Yeah.
Well, and also Idris
But they're in
Elba.
Hong Kong.
But they randomly just start speaking Japanese for.
So
Wait, who? So you're talking about Mako?
No, I'm not
and-
just talking about Mako. Listen.
Okay, you paused, so I asked the question.
I also said Idris Elba's character.
Yes.
And
Raleigh.
And
yeah,
Raleigh.
even he knows how to speak Japanese too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, we didn't get a full backstory, so for whatever reason, I mean, at the minimum, it's fine. It might be fine with Idris Elba speaking it because
That's
maybe
his
he raised
daughter
her.
Yeah, yeah.
essentially. So
But then everyone
But
else.
I'm not sure why anyone else would speak Japanese.
Exactly. Everyone
Yeah.
else in that. Actually, everyone else that has like a main role speaks it.
I was hearing Mandarin everywhere else.
No. I'm talking about what is the
The tech guy,
guy?
he was speaking Mandarin.
Was he?
Yep.
yeah, I can't remember. His name was Tendo.
Yeah,
Tendo.
Tendo. Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Nintendo.
speaking. Yeah.
Okay. But
Only those three people were speaking Japanese, or just Raleigh spoke Japanese at the beginning, and then Idris Elba spoke Japanese.
I can
with
say that.
Mako.
Chica ute.
What?
That's pretty bad. That's
What
what he
is-
said.
What are you talking about?
At the beginning, that's what he says. I've seen the movie so many times that I
Okay.
can.
But anyway, back to my like original point on him just like him being a horrible. Like,
Yeah.
I just didn't like his performance. Like there's no emotion behind it. Like just some really awkward scenes and.
I mean, yeah, he was the most emotional pretty much only at the beginning with his brother.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but then he.
He could play a happy guy. He could, yeah. It's like, let's go fight a kaiju. Let's go, yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
And then he was a
Go.
little mad in the beginning with talking to Stacker, and that's it. It's like, I don't want to go. Make me. And then he got convinced anyways 2 seconds later.
Triggered. All right, Albert, what do you think's bad? Because I'm done. I don't want to.
Yeah, I agree. It's yeah, you
It's
took it. You took it all the way through.
it has like no. I'm not gonna compare. It has no like fun. It's all just serious. And then when they do tell some jokes, they don't land for me.
Which jokes didn't land?
Um,
Like one joke, for
well, not
example.
necessarily jokes, but like when both the doctors go drift with the kaiju brain,
Yeah.
and then it makes the one guy sick, and he's just like, oh, I'm gonna go throw up, and he just throws up in a random toilet that survived the.
I thought that
the
was funny.
I didn't take it as a joke.
I'm pretty sure it was meant for comedy.
Oh, well, yeah, it didn't land with me then. It was supposed to be a joke.
Because this guy, I thought it was funny.
I thought it was funny.
Of course you did, but what else? I think there was a failed joke between Hannibal and the one doctor. I can't remember, but I know there were
Charlie Day or the
Charlie Day.
German doctor.
Charlie Day.
Yeah.
Charlie Day.
I can't remember because they just don't land with me and they're not memorable. But I knew they were
Yeah.
in there because it was more towards like the end where
Yeah.
they tried to add some humor into it.
Yeah.
But it is just like, no.
Yeah, they made it more serious. They couldn't fit a lot of comedy in.
No, well, they chose not to.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
But just
I enjoyed
More
some
action,
of it.
more action. Yeah, exactly. If it would have been more action, I probably would have liked this
Yeah,
movie.
I-
So based on the action, or there being a lack of action, you like Godzilla more than this movie, did you not?
I have to rewatch Godzilla. To be honest, I don't wanna say that yet.
Okay, because I remember watching this one and then watching Godzilla, and then I love Godzilla, but Godzilla's in there for even less time than there is kaiju in this movie,
yeah.
and I was like, I like Pacific Rim more than Godzilla, even though I like Godzilla as a character and as a story and everything better than Pacific Rim. So I understand what you're saying by action because Godzilla was really short in action, and I didn't
Yeah,
like
I mean
that.
with the Godzilla movies, it's more about the humans than Godzilla.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And this was more about about
The
the
humans than the kaiju.
well, it was more about them fighting, and it turned out to they didn't really fight. So.
Yeah, I mean they wanted to make it more like a big event instead of having a bunch of kaiju coming in for
Oh, yeah.
any reason.
Yeah. So yeah, some of the acting was bad. I do agree with that. There was no.
Can
There
I
was
ask you who you thought was like
a good actor.
a good actor? Yeah.
Idris Elba, I enjoyed. I enjoyed his presence on the screen every time he was on the screen.
I think he did the best job.
Yeah, he was
I-
definitely the strongest of all the actors.
But he's also probably the most known.
Out
Yeah,
of everyone,
exactly.
yeah.
So he has that kind of
He has that screen presence.
he has that presence, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I enjoyed Charlie Day as well and Bern Gorman as well. I enjoyed their
Yeah.
chemistry together. They were
Yeah.
goofy and they were just goofy and weird.
I mean,
enjoyed
yeah,
that.
it's just taking Charlie Day's character from It's Sunny in Philadelphia.
I haven't seen that.
And, well, I mean, yeah, it's his
It's
character.
pretty spot on.
They just took him over, picked him up, and put him down, and then put a little bit of
Science and stuff in this.
sciencey words in his mouth, and that's it.
Yeah.
But that's his character pretty much, like
Okay.
a hyperactive dude.
I enjoyed Ron Perlman, but I always enjoy Ron Perlman. He's just
Yeah, his voice is
Yeah.
just recognizable.
so some of these characters just kind of stuck with me.
I mean, yeah, they're smaller side characters,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think they did
I-
a good job. For
I do
what they
say
did.
that some of the smaller characters were definitely more memorable than the main characters.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I would agree with that. That
Yeah.
they could have chose better actors for the main two people.
I personally preferred Herc Hansen.
Yep.
Yeah, he was cool.
I preferred him over Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Character of So you have Stryker. That's why I'm getting confused.
Wait, do I have Stryker?
You typed in Striker for Idris's
Ah,
character.
it's Stacker. I'm sorry, it's Stacker.
See, I knew I
Even
saw it.
I'm confused.
But yeah, I preferred his time on the screen than Idris Elba's character, just because I felt that with with Idris, it was just more like his presence more
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
his acting.
And I think, well, I still think he did a good job because he was supposed to be the serious character,
Mm-hmm.
and then Herc was supposed to be like another older soldier, so
Hmm.
they interacted really well
Yeah,
because
I agree. I agree.
there's that respect and there's that position of being in a lower, I guess, in a commanding officer position.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. I didn't like his
Speech.
spoiled brat son.
I enjoyed that.
I liked it because you had to had someone like that pretty much in a movie, in any action movie where you had someone that, oh, I'm the best, I can beat your butt.
There was
But he didn't. I mean, he did that like a couple times, but
Yeah.
other than that, like after they saved him, which was towards the end again, he just
he was.
Well, I
he
think
was
that's
grateful.
he faded into the background.
Well, I
Yeah.
think that's because there's so many characters.
Yeah.
I think a character that is a bad person and you hate them, that means they did a good job. So
Yeah. Uh,
I
I-
don't agree with that.
you hate them as a character or because of their acting?
I hated him because of his acting.
Okay, then I agree on that. Okay, I agree on that.
I
But as a
agree.
regular
I agree.
statement,
It's
yeah.
good acting if you hate a like
Be-
the
a
character,
bad character, yeah.
but
Yeah.
not like I hate
not
this.
a bad
They
actor.
didn't give him a lot to do. So
Yeah.
Exactly. So why
Yeah.
even include him in there?
I enjoyed. So if you watch Herc Hansen's mannerisms,
Hold
and,
on. Meaning that why include his character into the main story?
I guess because they Herc had to had a partner, so they just made him something interesting.
yeah, drift compatibility with your son is probably the most likely. I
Oh
think.
no
I
no
would
no!
think so.
I'm just saying like
Yeah.
why give him screen time? Like because they
Yeah.
didn't really give the Russians or the Chinese pilots very much screen time as well. So
That's true. Yeah, they got a little bit, but not enough.
anyway,
but-
what did you think was bad, Jesse? I'm really done this time. I really am.
I was just trying to argue the point that Herc Hansen's character, you've seen his mannerisms, like this is the first time I watched it, and I watched his acting and his portrayal with his son. He was just so annoyed with his son, like all the time, like his
Yep.
eye rolling, and he was just like talking down to him, like you're a ranger for Christ's sake, like you need to act like. So I enjoyed that little bit because at the end when he's saying bye to his son and then he's saying bye to his the dog, like I felt something right there. It wasn't like the most emotional scene, but I
Yeah.
like they were trying to be tough, but they're still very
Actual character
sentimental.
development.
That's right.
Actual character
I
development.
hated that.
You hated that too?
I hate because it didn't give you anything up to it. Like
Yeah,
It
it just
did.
they just tried to add emotion into the movie, but they didn't establish them at like
they didn't.
all,
Yeah,
all you know is that they're father and son. They don't
Yes.
establish like
The relationship.
their relationship.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hated that. It's so cringy to me to add that in at the end.
It wasn't cringy to me. I enjoyed it.
Of course you did. You enjoyed.
No,
the
I
movie.
agree with John though because they just looped in character development for a character we don't really care about.
Two characters we don't really care about.
I was sucked in the movie the whole time, so I was immersed in even some of the better.
I cared more about the dog. No, I'm just kidding.
Dog didn't get much screen time either. He did a better acting job than half of them.
The dog's name is Max.
Oh, I'm so glad you brought that scene up because, like, I hated it. There was more emotional leverage between Stacker and Mako Mori.
Yep.
Yeah, there
when
was
when they said goodbye,
yeah.
because you established like I like how they established their bond.
Mm-hmm.
How like we see the flashback the
Yeah.
first time,
Yeah.
Yep.
and then
Then we finish it.
then we finish it. Like
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah. So, you think a flashback would have helped with their relationship?
doesn't
With
have to be.
whose?
With Herc Hansen.
Oh, with the Hansons? No.
No.
I
think-
mean, no, because we never talked about their past before, so they
Yeah.
could have showed something. They could have showed in the pilot suit scene when they're fighting something,
Yeah.
or if they're in the news and they banter or something on a newscast or something like that. But we didn't get to see much for them.
There's only so much they can fit in the movie, and
Yeah.
I
It was
would
2 hours
understand.
and 11 minutes.
Yeah, they could have definitely shaped it a little bit
They
differently.
could have cut a lot of stuff and focused on their relationship.
Even 5 to 10 minutes. would have
Yeah,
been good.
something would have been better than what we
Nothing.
got.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Instead of
a father and son, I would imagine they would have some type of connection, especially
Yeah.
as being dual pilots.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course they have
They
a
just didn't
connection.
show us.
Yeah.
Wasn't the focus, but
so
Yeah.
then don't give us this emotional goodbye because it didn't land. It didn't land at all.
that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, I was agreeing with you that that wasn't the best of acting. Some of the actors were good. Plot was a little bit thin, but I didn't really go see
There
it for
was
the
no
most
plot.
for the most like engaging intellectual plot ever. So I knew what I was getting into when I went to go see this movie.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I can't speak for anything else, but I do agree with most of your points. But I think the highs of this movie are really high, and the lows
I
not as
disagree
low.
with that.
No,
I do.
I think this movie has higher points than the first Transformers does.
We're not comparing.
Definitely.
We're not comparing.
Oh, sorry. Cut this out. um, but yeah, that was you already said everything for the bad. I just don't agree as intensely as you guys do.
Okay.
So questions that you had left unanswered. So what's that flavor?
So when they are going through the breach, it
Yes.
says that they need a kaiju, the body to make sure that it reads
The
them.
breach accepts it.
Yeah,
Yep.
accepts it so they can get through.
Yep.
So how do they get back up?
I knew you were gonna say that.
No,
Yeah,
honestly,
no, yeah.
honestly, I didn't notice it the first time I watched this movie.
Yeah, I
But
noticed it.
yesterday, like, I was like, wait, how did that?
How do they?
So is it
One-
a one way? Like
Maybe.
they
Yeah.
don't
Accepting
want
code?
people to get in,
Yeah.
but they can let people get out.
I would.
I mean, it's who knows.
Who knows? There's a couple questions I have just like that, and they weren't answered. But yeah, it could be a one way. Don't let them in, but if send them out if they get in. I don't know.
And who actually controls that? Is it just a random thing? I mean, Charlie Day's or his character says that they conquer world after world, universe after universe or whatever, but like they don't seem technologically advanced. So who knows what's actually controlling that portal?
We don't even really know what
Yeah,
they are.
The
So
breaches or the aliens. Yeah.
We just
Yeah.
see like the little small things like
Yeah.
in flashbacks and
The
towards the end
drift,
when
yeah.
he explodes it.
the drift connection thing.
Yeah.
They go into a little bit in the sequel, but we'll eventually get to that.
Okay.
Will we? I'm just kidding. We will.
You
And
have more
then-
questions?
Yeah,
Anyone?
you mentioned the kaiju clones getting pregnant.
Yeah. So
I'm
I
guessing
would-
it's like a carrier, like a literal carrier. Like, the monster takes over the world and then it's gonna quote unquote multiply as it gives birth to that
Who
thing.
said they were clones though? Which doctor? I thought it was the German doctor.
It wasn't the German. It was the groupie.
Charlie Day?
Charlie Day's character. He said they're clones of each other.
Oh yeah, when he's comparing the.
DNA.
Yeah, DNA.
So I'm guessing isn't maybe he just says it's pregnant because it's our concept of pregnancy. There's a small form and a big form.
Yeah, I just thought.
Like Star Wars, where we get introduced to Jango and Boba Fett, right?
Yeah.
Like that, right?
Yeah.
But I just understand there were. So in Star Wars, he was an actual clone of him. He was just the aging was slowed down. This one, they're cloning kaijus to bring into our world. So why would they leave it up to pregnancy and whatnot if they're gonna still
I would
continue
agree with
sending
with
kaiju?
Albert that it's like more of a carrier than it is
Yeah.
like a mother.
Yeah.
But it had an umbilical cord.
Yeah, it had an umbilical
Well,
cord.
it's
and-
biological, so
Yeah.
it's a connection so
I just
that it
didn't
stays
understand.
alive.
I just didn't
I don't know.
understand why it would need to be pregnant if they were gonna send one kaiju and then 2 and then 3 and then they're gonna send like
Maybe-
10 then 15 and then
Maybe
No.
it takes more energy to send 2 big kaiju instead of you can send one with a little inside of it. Oh, who knows?
I don't know.
I don't really
like-
know. Maybe they just added that in so they can kill off Hannibal.
He's not dead. You see the scene at the end?
I honestly I didn't.
Oh, there's a cutscene. He cuts out of it.
Yeah.
Where's my goddamn
I
shoe?
remember seeing that after
Okay.
after the first time, but I didn't watch that far after this
Another plot hole.
yesterday.
Okay.
But I remember.
Okay.
So they drifted with that baby kaiju. How would it know the information about the breach? It doesn't have any memories. They said there was a hive mentality, but
Yeah.
I just didn't think that it would have memories of the breach or anything.
I don't think those are memories. Those are actual what it saw before. So either its connection
So
as
how-
a hive mind, seeing all the other kaiju getting cloned.
So it was. So was it born within the kaiju, or did they put it
Who
into the
knows?
kaiju?
Who
I just
knows?
didn't think they would have the information.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
To be
don't know
honest
either.
with you, because of how they established the drift and stuff like that.
Yeah, I had no idea. I was like,
I'm assuming because it's a hive mind that like all the memories are connected.
Yeah, or
Like-
if they're all
because-
clones, then maybe it's DNA memory. Who
Because they
knows?
do establish with Riley and his brother Yancey.
Yancey.
They establish that he still holds on to memories of Yancey because
Yeah.
they lost that, like he was still connected with them when he died. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe it's like similar. I don't know. I think
Maybe.
they kind of added that in there to add the ending, like
Yeah.
To be able to explain
explain why.
the doctor connecting.
Yeah,
Mhm.
honestly I don't know.
All right. Another question. Was there a better solution to the breach problem? So the movie came up with two solutions. Build a coastal wall and build giant robots. Do you think there's a better solution to this
I mean,
problem?
with how advanced their technology was to build these Jaegers, why didn't they just build?
Big guns at the breach?
Yeah.
That's a lot of people say.
Yeah,
not
offense is-
not at the breach, but
At the coast or something?
yeah, like to
Yeah.
protect. Like, why just build a wall? Why not build weapons to protect the wall?
Offense
Yeah.
is way better than defense in this situation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. But
So the second part of this question would be, what do you think our world would do if we had giant kaijus teleporting from a different dimension?
Oh, nuclear for
We
sure.
would definitely hit them with nuclear?
Like, yeah, I mean, if
I-
conventional
giant-
weapons didn't work, then
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
Giant robots would definitely be out of the picture. We
We
can't
don't have
even
that
do
tech
that
yet, no.
We can't even do that yet.
So
So nuclear?
nuclear or just large conventional bombs, which we have
Okay.
a ton of those still.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
we've got the jets for it.
Do you think that the world would band together for a little bit, or you think it would just be everyone for themselves and
I think at first it'll be everyone for themselves, and then
until people's countries would be taken out and
Yep.
yeah.
Jinx.
Okay.
So another question. I thought it was a bad point, but then I kind of thought about it. So what were the two kaiju's names that in the main
Middle-
action scene?
The middle scene?
Yeah.
Leatherback.
Otachi and Leatherback.
Yeah.
Leatherback's the one with the EMP, right?
Yes.
The gorilla EMP
Yes.
turtle
So then they say that the
analog.
Jaegers are digital,
It's dumb.
and then except for Gypsy Danger, which
Yeah.
is analog.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
I'm guessing they're trying to say that since they can start it up with a nuclear reactor, then it powers everything, so it doesn't require whatever battery power the other Jaegers have. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Or
he
maybe
was-
it's not even an EMP thing and it affects technology in a different way. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yes, calling their Jaeger analog is dumb. So
Yeah.
because their systems are digital, it has to be. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
Because
another.
they had like the electrical technology like in the actual
Jaeger.
Jaegers, so
It should have affected it if it was a EMP. Yeah.
where did the sword come from?
Where did the sword come from?
Why didn't they use the sword in the first fight? It would have saved them
I
his
agree.
brother's life.
Maybe
I think they
maybe
added it
wasn't-
on.
yeah.
I think they added it on after that fight.
Cool, because they did have to make repairs and stuff.
Yeah.
Make 'em
And
better.
did he have swords in both arms?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. I didn't remember if he did or not.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Why do they
probably-
make these robots walk on water? Why can't they just like give them like submarine technology?
I don't know. I mean, it's a giant robot, so maybe they couldn't put it on water, but
Well, because like they lose their mobility in water, and
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
screws them
I
over.
I don't think they were built to fight in water. I don't think they were like that was the main purpose. It was definitely on land. So
Yeah, and the sucky thing is that humans like to build right on the ocean, so
yeah. So
they fight on the ocean shelf instead of on land, I
yeah.
guess,
Yeah.
which somehow is deep enough for the kaiju to swim around, but we can't see him. Oh well.
Yeah, that was another thing at the beginning of Alaska scene where you have the kaiju swimming and then both Gypsy and the kaiju can stand up somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like there must have been like a big old like hole and then Gypsy came out of. I don't know. That was just something that I thought about. All right, all right. Any finishing thoughts about Pacific Rim? I liked it. I still like it.
I really wish there was more action scenes.
I agree.
I think they did. I think they did a good job, like visually and with their action scenes, and then just showcasing what's going on. Why do they always have to announce the attacks that they're?
It's classic anime Japanese.
Like honestly, okay, so just back to my point, like,
Mhm.
because I just thought of that question. It kind of did bring like nostalgia back because it does remind you of, like Power Rangers and stuff
Yes,
like
I
Yeah.
that.
know.
So
Yeah.
like I enjoy that, but I really wish there was more.
Because it's just like Power Rangers, you have more than one person in the pilot seat. You got
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
people. Like Power Rangers, you had five doing the same action moves. So I think it's a homage to that, and that's where Guillermo got it from.
But yeah, I enjoy the visuals. I enjoy the actual action. I really wish there was
I mean, they had like the budget for the CGI was a lot already, so maybe they didn't have enough to have more scenes.
maybe.
Because what they did was pretty stunning
Mhm.
visually. I just wish there were more fights in the daylight, but we can
Ye-
see them. But yeah, you can see the action. You can see them punching most of the time. You can see them swinging their arms most of the time, fighting the kaiju, and it helps that the kaiju are somewhat lit up bioluminescently.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like honestly, visually this movie is really good. So
Can't complain. I'm just kidding.
I mean,
Visually, no, I don't think you can.
other than that, it just kind of lacks, and
We'll see what you think about the sequel once we get to it. I don't know what we're doing next or what you guys want to do next, but
we'll probably end up comparing.
Transformers
well, yeah, we're
versus
definitely comparing.
Pacific Rim.
We're doing
And
a
then if you want to, we can compare it to Godzilla as well.
yeah, we can do Godzilla. We can do Godzilla.
Or let us know in the comments or somewhere.
Yeah, we could do that too. Let us know in the fucking comments, goddamn.
Have you watched any movies this past week? Have you watched any TV, television, or just mostly games?
I've been watching Mob Psycho 100 season 2.
What's that?
It's an anime.
It's anime.
It's an anime about psychics.
It's on Crunchyroll or something.
Yep.
Okay. What's it
Season
about?
2 is a lot more enjoyable than season 1 so far.
What's it about?
It's about espers and ghosts and stuff like that.
What's an Esper?
Psychic.
Oh, psychic. Okay. Okay.
I mean, if you guys want to watch a kaiju anime, which is, I would give it a 6.5 out of 10. Kaiju anime,
Yeah.
Darling in the Franxx.
Oh, I've been watching that.
I haven't heard of
It's
that.
that one's really weird.
It's a lot of fan servicey, but
Fan servicey?
yeah, you got butts and boobs, but
That's your
And how
favorite
they
type.
position themselves in the mechs.
so in the robot, you've got the girl leaning forward
Yeah.
and the guy right behind her.
Okay.
But they're
Okay.
fighting kaiju, which is pretty cool still.
Yeah,
Okay.
I gotta get back into actually watching it.
I didn't
but,
finish it yet.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Anything else you guys have been watching recently?
Just video games.
Just video games?
Yep.
Trying to get through Breath of the Wild again. I started over because I forgot what happened.
I wanna get that game.
Got to get back into Sekiro. Shadows Die Twice.
You got that game already?
Yeah, I've been playing it. It's
Oh,
on my
okay.
YouTube channel.
Okay.
Division 2, been playing that a lot
Yeah.
when I can.
Yeah. Pokemon.
I need to get into that.
I want to play through Persona 5 again before it comes out for the.
Switch.
I hope it comes out for the Switch. I'm so excited if it comes out for the Switch.
What are you playing it on right now?
PlayStation 5.
Oh,
4.
5. You got one already?
I got one. No, PlayStation 4.
Persona
PlayStation
5.
4, Persona 5.
Okay.
It's like one of my favorite game series, and I've only played 4 Golden,
Yeah.
and 5.
Okay. I haven't been really playing too many video games, but I've watched quite a bit of movies this week. I watched The Lobster on Netflix. So the premise of The Lobster is that you go to a hotel for 45 days and you have to find true love or your match. You have to find your match. And if you don't, they turn you into an animal of your choice. So that was an interesting movie. I enjoyed that. It has a lot
Yeah.
of social commentary.
Yeah, I mean, I like Joaquin Phoenix, so I want to watch it.
He's not in there.
No? I thought he was in there.
That's Colin Farrell.
I thought that was Joaquin
No,
Phoenix.
they kind of look similar.
Dang.
And then based on that, I told my boss, like, hey, I watched this movie yesterday, and it's called The Lobster. He goes, well, then you should watch Tusk. And Tusk is a horror movie, same type of gore as Human Centipede. So, John, don't watch it
Not
because
gonna
that one
watch
is
it.
bad. I was watching it like at 1 a.m. and I was like, why am I watching this late? This is kind of creepy. So that was something I watched as well. So if you like gore and Human Centipede, then
Wait.
check that out.
Okay, so why did your boss recommend that?
Because
of Tusk. Because of
because
Lobster.
because they I can't tell you because then it spoils.
Tell me.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So I mentioned that in the Lobster you get turned into an animal, and in Tusk there's a serial killer that turns his victims into quote unquote walruses because
Okay.
he was essentially rescued by a walrus when he was shipwrecked or something like that. So he
I've never
worships.
been to watch Tusk, so
Yeah, it was just
that's where
mutilation and making people. It was pretty
I'm
bad.
guessing that's where the name comes from.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that was a pretty gruesome movie.
Oh yeah, you're right. Colin Farrell. Yeah.
Colin
I
Farrell.
mistaken him for Joaquin Phoenix.
That's okay. I kind of had the
I
same.
can see why.
He kind of has
Yeah.
a similar look in certain movies. I seen Shazam yesterday, and I thoroughly enjoyed Shazam. So I would recommend it to anyone who enjoys superhero movies. Probably my favorite DC movie so far.
Yeah.
It was just fun and had a good message to it. But yeah,
I
check
hope
it out.
they get on the right track with their DC stuff.
I think they are. Their Wonder Woman was pretty good. Third act kind of fell apart a little bit. Aquaman I enjoyed, and then this one was even better.
I heard Aquaman was like the opposite of Wonder Woman, where the first act wasn't as great.
Uh,
The setup, pretty much.
Yeah.
but I don't know. The end was just so much CG that it was just, I don't know, just a lot
Aquaman?
of CG. Yeah, for Aquaman.
I mean, you kind of have to do that with that much stuff
Oceans
underwater.
yeah, but it was just a lot. It just reminded me of Episode 1, Star Wars Episode 1,
Oh yeah.
the amount of
Oh.
CG. So yeah,
We gotta get you on some video games, man.
yeah, I.
Borderlands 3 is coming out.
We'll see.
You enjoyed Borderlands 1.
I get headaches every time I played it.
I think you gotta change the field of view.
Maybe.
You
Oh.
gotta adjust your settings a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe lower them. Maybe where you're positioned next to your computer.
Yeah.
Change how blur works and head bobbing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we'll have to play with that. We'll see.
Yeah, because like everything moves around when you move.
Yeah.
Like the HUD
Yeah.
and just the camera.
I have motion sickness, pretty bad motion sickness.
Yeah. So,
So-
you keep everything steady and.
Yes, you should be fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
I gotta play through Borderlands 2.
Borderlands also or Borderlands 2?
Borderlands 2.
Number 2.
Okay, number 2. Okay.
Do I really though?
You don't have to.
Because they're not consecutive stories. They're like in a timeline they are, but they're separate, right?
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, it's not a story after story. It's a separate story.
Oh, so since we're talking about this,
Yeah.
you've seen the Borderlands 3 trailer. You probably haven't, right?
I have not. No.
Who's your favorite character?
I like the robot guy,
The Beastmaster?
Beastmaster.
Ah, me too.
Looks cool.
Yeah, the Beastmaster.
Design at least. He has a big jacket. He's got like that Pathfinder head. He's got
Mhm.
the one eyeball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks cool.
Yeah.
We'll have to fight for him.
Okay, we'll see. I want to see the abilities too. I haven't checked them out yet, but I just
I've
character
seen them.
design.
I've seen them. But they just kind of they haven't explained it fully. His
Yeah.
is legitimately like he's a Beastmaster.
He summons.
He summons beasts.
Yeah.
Um,
One at a time, or like different trees, or
I have no idea. We'll have
Yeah.
to see because
Cool.
they didn't. When I saw it, they didn't really release that much information on it.
okay.
And then they have the girl with the like Ashura's Wrath like
yeah,
arms.
she's the siren of the team,
the siren. Yeah, she
Yeah.
like that's like for her that's her special, her like physical capabilities.
Yeah,
Yeah.
instead
She
of
can brawl.
more physical than gun based.
And then then I forget the classes. It's Siren, Beastmaster, Infantry.
There's like a soldier type.
Yeah, Soldier. That one like summons a giant mech.
Yeah, and then anyone else can get into it.
Yeah, and then what they said about the assassin,
Yeah.
they just said that he has good like distracting abilities.
Okay, like get taunt to other things, or
Yeah, so
okay, cool.
and then you can explore other worlds, man.
Yeah, I saw in the trailer like 4 different places.
4 different places, and like
Better than
all
Pandora.
of them look like really nice.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I like the pre-sequel too, because you get to visit different places.
Yeah, I haven't played the pre-sequel yet.
Okay. You can play that too.
So I thought this would be good, kind of like if we do this format, your main movie, kind of wrap up.
Do you want me to put this in?
We can leave it in.
Okay.
But I just thought it would be good. Movie, what we've watched, what we've been playing, and then talk about anything news-wise. To kind of versus doing multiple podcasts and doing it on separate days. And
Yeah.
I just thought it'd be easier to do it
Yeah.
that way
For now, anyways. Yeah.
for now until we figure out a better format. But it's not as long as the
Do we have a
Transformers.
production crew? No.
No. So I don't know if you have any input about video game stores, but what do you think about the Epic Game Store, John?
Like the website?
Just the concept in general.
What is Epic Game Store exactly? Is it not like Steam or
It's the same concept as Steam. It's a store to buy games on, but it's the behind it. What do you think, John? So
Explain it to him.
it's the Epic Game Store is owned by Epic Games. It's a
Okay.
publisher.
That's the
And-
one that made
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they also developed the engine known as Unity.
Okay.
And they're on Unity 4 right now.
Okay.
So they can license this game engine to other developers
Okay.
to develop games on.
Okay.
And pretty much as a result of Fortnite, they launched this platform to sell games on
Okay.
for developers to put their games on there and other publishers to put their games on there.
Okay.
And pretty much this year, they've been buying the exclusive rights for games to be released onto there,
Okay.
just like where games for PlayStation would only be on PlayStation,
Yeah, exclusives.
or it would be there like temporarily and then released on Xbox or
Okay.
PC.
And
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, don't they give back more of the revenue as well?
Yeah, one of the good things, quote, or some people might say good things, but I would say good things, is they give developers a bigger cut of the money
Okay.
of whatever sales they do.
Yeah.
Sales or Steam, they take a bigger cut.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So buy from Epic Games.
Well,
like other parts of it are, it's that sense of exclusivity that I don't think should happen on PC. I mean, it's
Okay.
good competition to Steam,
Yeah.
but it's forcing, I think, people to buy it on one place but not somewhere else. I don't think that's consumer friendly.
Yeah.
Plus, it's owned by, I think, Tencent, which is a big part of Chinese government. Like,
Yeah.
they work with the Chinese government. They possibly give private information, like
Yeah.
your private information, to the government,
Yep.
or like they have a lot of hands in there.
Yeah.
They don't and then Epic Game Store or Epic Games, they don't do a good job of privacy. A lot of hacking going on without it being taken care of. Even if you have two-factor authentication, it doesn't work very well.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know, John. I talked a lot.
I mean, I don't really like it. Like the competition because it forces people to have like it's pretty much like a console war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the good thing is it's gonna make Steam change,
Oh yeah.
which was probably good for either consumers or developers,
Mm-hmm.
where they give developers a better cut and give them better tools.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not a developer, so I don't know
I
other
don't
stuff.
really know how that works either. But I don't really play much games on the Epic store, so I don't really want to comment on it, but it just competition's good, but it's also bad. And it forces Steam to change, and that could benefit us or it could hurt us. We don't really know yet.
Yeah.
We just kind of have to.
Yeah, it's only been like 2 months since
Yeah.
it's been out,
Okay.
so we'll see.
I don't like the exclusive stuff though either because like some of these games like Metro
Exodus.
Exodus, like I was really excited for that game, and then I forgot all about it because it was taken off the Steam store because it's on.
So I think one of the dirty practices they've been doing, Epic Games, even though Metro Exodus has been on Steam for a few months,
Yeah.
saying you can buy it now on Steam and then play on Steam,
Yeah.
Epic Game Store, they bought the rights for it
Mm-hmm.
and then are only now selling it on Epic Game Store. They're still honoring it if you bought it on Steam, but you can't buy it on Steam anymore. It's the game's still going to get patched on Steam, but you can't buy it there anymore.
So, do you have to? I don't
It's
understand.
not a paid thing. You don't have to pay extra for it.
Yeah.
Like both websites are free to.
Yeah. So if you can buy it there and you can buy it and it's not an online game where you have to have access to something, isn't it? Where you buy it from, it doesn't make a huge.
I mean, it can still matter because you
It's
can.
not, it's not like you have to buy a new PC for
Right.
this Epic game. It's not like a console. So
Yeah.
I think that's where it's not as bad as consoles because that's
I mean, it's part of like
It's-
advertising practices too, because you advertise a game on somewhere
yeah,
with these features, and then you're not getting these features anymore.
yeah,
Like buying a piece of fruit from one store and then actually never mind, that's a dumb analogy. But it's because they were still advertising as you can buy the game on Steam up until it was released, pretty
Okay.
much.
yeah,
These are just bad practices,
yeah. Okay, okay,
and they've been doing it for a few other things as well, other games.
yeah.
Um,
Nice,
yeah.
but not nice.
I mean, nice to know about the information. I understand, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Right now, it's good for the developers that like aren't as aren't making as much money because like some of the indie games that no one knows about, they just kind of get lost in Steam's vast majority of games, and
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
so like they don't get the fan bases, and then they don't get the revenue from it. So it's beneficial to like some of the smaller companies, but I mean, we'll just have to wait to see how it
Yeah.
goes on.
Yep.
I don't think it's beneficial for larger companies because their games are going to be popular and like on the actual like main page and stuff like that.
I mean,
so-
but how it works out is, I'm guessing, I'm pretty sure Epic Games is just paying them a huge lump sum
Oh,
up
yeah.
front to put their game on their store,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and then getting whatever revenue after that too.
True.
So it's, I mean, they have them Fortnite money, so
Fortnite, man.
Fortnite money.
Oh,
I
man.
played that game for like 2 days and I was like, no.
It's not for everyone.
It's definitely not for everyone. It was a cool concept, but
I mean, they jumped up into it from PUBG literally,
mhm.
and then yeah, it's how it works.
Yeah. Any other stuff you want to bring up? Games, movies, before we sign off?
Just end game hype.
Endgame.
End game hype.
Oh yeah, bought those tickets. I was standing in a digital line for a while and couldn't even get the seats that were reserved, so I had to now I have to sit in line. I'm gonna go like 2 hours ahead of time to get us seats for
For what?
Endgame.
For what time though?
I think it's like an 8 o'clock showing. I'm pretty sure.
Hopefully we can get seats like.
I'm gonna be in line saving seats for us.
Wait, so we're going to a theater where you don't buy tickets up front?
We bought tickets. I already bought tickets, but they're
I'm
not reserved
confused.
seating.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's not
Oh, you have to
reserved
show up
seating.
early to.
Yeah, like the old days.
Oh.
But yeah, just excited. I'm really excited for Endgame.
It's not my most anticipated movie, but it's my second most anticipated movie.
What's your first?
Godzilla! I'm super excited.
Wait, isn't that?
That's May.
Is this year?
This is this year. King of the Monsters.
Ooh.
I'm
Yep.
super excited. Hellboy, I'm going to see next weekend.
I never watched those movies, so it's kind of.
Ron Perlman!
I've never seen them, so.
Space. Sorry.
Space.
I'll show you after.
Okay.
Command and Conquer.
Okay. Yeah, I'm super excited. There's a bunch of movies that
Actually, like honestly, I'm probably most excited for the Spider-Man movie.
Oh,
Far From
really?
Home. Yeah.
I'm excited, but not. It's definitely under Endgame, under Godzilla. I don't know. I haven't seen too much about it, which I guess is a good thing.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna.
They're not gonna do.
Yeah, they don't want to
over-
take it away from Endgame, so they're gonna
Yeah.
probably release another trailer after it
I think
or during it.
I'm gonna enjoy. I'll probably enjoy Shazam more than I will Spider-Man, and
Yeah?
that's kind of weird
Huh.
to say. I don't know.
Okay.
Just the feeling I get from Spider-Man, but
Go DC.
I'm hoping that
Does it show a runtime for Endgame yet?
3 hours and 2 minutes.
It's a long
It's
one.
a long movie. People are trying to
Like-
get an intermission in between the
I'm
movie.
not gonna drink water. I'm gonna pee right before it. It's like
I'm gonna make sure I pee right.
I'm just gonna
before.
bring a bag and just pee in the bag.
All right. Well, that's a thing now. So.
All right. Thanks for listening to the Legendary Sip podcast. Signing off.
Yep, we love you guys. I don't know who we're talking to.
We still love you.
Bye.